Mr. Arindam Sarkar is the chairman and managing director of Arable Group of Companies. He is also the founder and chairman of World Hindu Organization, a non-profit organization. Arable brings new groundbreaking future technologies to the market. Arable is a pioneer of innovative biomedical technologies and services in healthcare industry, while Arable Trading LLC, a subsidiary, provides our clients with a global professional trading platform for oil and gas, energy services, and key commodities globally, specializing in aviation kerosene. Arable's corporate offices are located in Silicon Valley, California, USA. On September 9th, 2020, Donald J. Trump, President of United States of America, honored Mr. Sarkar by inclusion in the Republican Presidential Honor Roll. Mr. Sarkar has been accepted among the prestigious ranks of Stanford Who's Who as a result of his exceptional effort as an entrepreneur. He was appointed honorary chairman from California of the National Republican Congressional Committee's Business Advisory Council, is a proud recipient of the 2005 National Leadership Award presented by Congressman Mr. Thomas Reynolds in recognition of outstanding service and leadership in promoting a pro-business agenda, including tax reform and fiscal responsibility. Mr. Sarkar was awarded Special United States of America Congressional Recognition for outstanding and invaluable service to the community by U.S. Congressman Ed Royce. He has been recognized and commended by the Governor of the State of California, Mr. Gray Davis, and is also listed in Who is Who in America in 2003 in the National Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., earning a place among the most accomplished men and women in American society. The California State Senate has also recognized Mr. Sarkar. He was appointed to the City of Foster City Citizen Advisory Committee for Arts and Culture in 2006 till 2008. In 2004, Mr. Sarkar was recognized and honored on behalf of the city and county of San Francisco by Mayor Mr. Gavin Newsom, now the Governor of California. He was also recognized by Congressman Mr. Mervyn Demely, State Senator Mr. Mark Leno, and Senator Mr. Leland Yee of California State Senate. He has been very active in the Indian community since 1996 and is the proud organizer of the first Global Indian Awards for excellence in various fields, the most glamorous Asian Indian black tie affair, and the 13th Miss India Worldwide Pageant 2003, which was held on September 27, 2003 at the historic Bill Graham Civic Auditorium in San Francisco, USA. Mr. Sarkar also founded the Miss World Peace, which supports and promotes peace around the world. He was the event sponsor of the San Francisco Bay Area casting call of UPN Television's America's Next Top Model, hosted by the famous Tyra Banks. He has sponsored numerous Indian events like Miss India USA Beauty Pageant, Mr. and Miss India West Coast, India Youth Awards, and various Indian music and Bollywood concerts. Mr. Ary Sarkar also served as the co-governor and senior vice president of the Federation of Indo-American Associations of Northern California and the co-convener of the FIA of Northern California. He has sponsored several other charitable events in the community around the world and the India Independence Day celebrations and parade in Fremont, California several years. Mr. Sarkar received the Festival of Globe Indian Community Award for Philanthropy in 2017. Mr. Sarkar graduated from the prestigious Mayo College, Ajmer, called the Eden of India, and St. Stephen College, Delhi University in Delhi. He also completed his MBA in Marketing and International Trade from Modern Institute of Management in New Delhi, affiliated to University of California, Irvine. Receiving proclamation from Mr. Harry Sidhu, Mayor of Anaheim, California, USA at the Federation of Indian American Association Diwali event and celebrating Hindu Heritage Month on behalf of World Hindu Organization.
The Mark II Photobiomodulation is a treatment that uses specific wavelengths of red and near-infrared light to help the body heal. Its professional versions include Mark II MedPro, which is for doctors, clinics, hospitals, while Mark II DermaPro for dermatologists, estheticians, and spas. Further, Mark II ChiroPro for physical therapists, chiropractors, Eastern medicine doctors, and chronic pain sufferers, and Mark II Sports Pro for sports professionals seeking to maximize performance and reduce the risk of injury. The system combats paralysis from stroke or brain injury from MTBI concussion. Also increases mental clarity and memory in Alzheimer's dementia patients. Another use is to enhance mobility and combat muscle and joint pain. They are used by many famous sports stars and action movie actors. Through increased circulation and nitric oxide, we treat a wide range of inflammatory conditions, including lung and sinus conditions, including COPD, chronic rhinitis, eye irritations, and allergies. Viewers, today we are here with an exclusive interview of renowned businessman, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, Mr. Arindam Ary, sarkar, the Chairman and Managing Director of Arable Group of Companies. He is also Chairman of the World Hindu Organization, a non-profit organization. So let's talk with him. Good morning, sir. First of all, thank you very much for giving us your precious time. And please tell us something about coming in this field. How did you earn this fame? So please tell us basically, where are you from?
Thank you firstly for interviewing me to be here. It's my pleasure to be here. And I went to school in India at Mayo College in Ajmer in Rajasthan. And then I did my college in St. Stephen's College in New Delhi, in Delhi University. After that, I did my MBA in Marketing and International Trade from Modern Institute of Management in Delhi, which is affiliated to the University of California, Irvine. After that, I had started a business in India, and incidentally, at that time, my sister and my brother-in-law was in America, and my parents were here, and I happened to come here. And one thing led to the other, and then I had come to meet a friend in California, and he told me, "You are here in Silicon Valley. This is the place where all innovations of the world happen.
Yes.
So why do you want to go back to India?" And he put me in a very critical decision-making situation where he almost said, "No, you must stay." And he was my senior from school at Mayo College in Ajmer, which is a well-known educational institution in India, and it's a boarding school. So when you go to a boarding school, you always respect your senior, and you listen to what your seniors say.
Yes.
Which also continues today, even if you are out of school. And so, with due respect, I agreed. And then next day he says, "Okay, I am going to take care of all your immigration and everything." He happened to be an immigration attorney in San Francisco. And he says, "Okay, I'm going to make a couple of calls. You go and do your interview. And by the time I get your work authorization, you will interview with different people and you should get a job by then." So I said, "Okay." So I went and interviewed with 2-3 people, and I landed up with a job in a hardware company, computer hardware company in Fremont, California. Fremont, California was the extended part of Silicon Valley. And then my boss in that company put me in a cubicle and gave me a list of 200 items of computer hardware, and he says, "Sit down in this cubicle. Here are all the customer database. Start calling and selling." I had never done that before.
How did you start your career?
I picked up the phone and I started calling some of the customers. I told them, "I am selling computer hardware parts, and would you like to buy? Please tell me what you are interested in. I'm sending you the list." Some of them would just hang up on me. They thought I was crazy, just soliciting on the phone.
Yes.
Because they didn't know who I was. After that, some were nice. They said, "Okay, we will give you a chance." And they gave me some orders. So that is how I started my career, and from there I grew.
What is your next step after that job?
After that job, I think I realized that I was not getting paid enough commission, and I was making a lot of money for the company I was working for. And I tried to talk with my boss, who was the CEO of the company, and he was not very amicable to increasing my salary or commission. That is when I decided to start my own company.
Sir, please tell us something about your company.
My first company, I believe I started in about 1998, 99. We were doing the same thing. Of course, I walked out of that company where I was working. I started my own company and we were selling computer hardware parts, but in addition, we started making our own systems. I was we were in that company till about 2007. 2006, I would say, 2006. And then I sold that company. And then I was looking for a new break in my career. And I thought that, there was very steep competition in the computer hardware business. Especially with all the Chinese companies, it was very difficult to compete on the pricing. And a lot of the time I used to buy most of the excess inventory of Latin America out of Miami and bring them back into the distribution. And I was selling to, the chain store, distribution stores like Fry's Electronics and Best Buy. But that did not last too long because their return policy was very, very bad. Customers return and they return it to us.
Okay.
Very difficult to keep the revenue going. So it was a blessing in disguise to walk out of the hardware business. And then I decided that I need a change. And I was at my, I believe one of my child's birthday party of a friend. And I met another Indian gentleman who was working for another company in the computer software industry, in the biotechnology. And when we talked, he said, hey, I know this Belgian guy who is a CEO, and maybe you should come and talk to him. He introduced me to him, and he says, have a word, see how it goes. You guys might have some synergy because he's looking for someone in corporate development and strategic alliance. And that's how I met the CEO of the company. And he invited me for breakfast. We talked. We met several times and finally he made me an offer to join as Vice President Corporate Development for the company. The company was electronic data capture. They were doing electronic data capture in the clinical trial field. So I joined that company. Their goal was to expand globally. The customers were companies like Genentech, Teva, pharmaceuticals, mainly pharmaceutical companies. So what I brought to them is my connections and expertise in the global market. So I expanded them out of America. So the first customer we made was in India, in Mumbai. I'm sure you've heard of the Wockhardt Group, Wockhardt Hospital. They were our first international customer in India. And then we got acquired by another company called Octagon Research out of Philadelphia. And then finally, that company was acquired by Accenture. And thereafter, I met my business partners for my new venture, and here we are in this now.
Yes.
I left that company. I met my partner Richard K. Williams. He's a very well-known person. He has a lot of patents in his name, and we were invited for a dinner in a Chinese community entrepreneur's house in Cupertino. That's where we met initially, and we became friends. And we decided that he was looking to start a new venture because his company went IPO, and I was looking to start something. And we decided that we should start a venture which is going to make a difference in people's lives. And we talked about it, and then we started this, and now we have the medical device which is approved by the FDA, and it has a lot of different functions. We can talk about it if you would like.
So please tell us about your business.
I'm the chairman and CEO of Arable Corporation. My partner Richard K. Williams is the president, and our third partner is Brian Fale. He is the executive vice president. We call it the photobiomodulation therapy, which is actually a therapy done with light, with the LED. It is very effective. What it does is it treats the mitochondria, which is in the cell, which is the powerhouse of the cell, and it tries to repair the damaged cell, and if it cannot, it regenerates new cells. This treatment is very, very effective in case of mental health, for musculoskeletal problems, neurological disorders. Currently, we have been very successful in treating patients who are suffering from COVID, and now we have a lot of success actually treating patients who are suffering from stroke, who have become paralyzed, and we have been successful in retrieving them back to normal using the light therapy. And we call it by different names in different regions of the world. In America, we call it Light MD. Outside America, we call it Light, and we call it Light Doctor in Southeast Asia. It is also being used to treat concussions by the NFL and NHL in America. Dr. Joe Leahy of 49ers team doctor is also on the board. A lot of very well-known doctors are using our device in the United States, and a lot of hospitals outside America. Since it's a non-invasive device, it can be used either as a medical device, or it can also be used as an alternate medicine device.
Okay.
Doctors prescribe treatment, and it is the treatments are done by professionally trained therapists in doctor facilities or by doctors, and individuals are also using this device. A lot of people who would like to just purchase the machine and keep one at home. And I believe that every family, every individual in every family has some medical problem or the other. And it is highly recommended that one owns one of these machines and keeps at home, because everyone can use it in the family. But a lot of people, it's very, very easy to use. A lot of people use it themselves. A lot of people prefer that the therapist treat them. So it is an individual choice how you would like to be treated. But initially, we recommend that the doctor examines you and prescribes you the treatment, because you should know how many treatments to take and when to take. Everybody's body is different. It depends on what type of stroke you had. As you know, there are a lot of different types of strokes, and how your body responds to the treatment. So some people can recover much earlier than the other. It all depends on how your body is reacting to the treatment. Typically, case studies of patients, we have seen within 6 months that they have recovered. variety of doctors because it does a lot of different things. So it could be neurologists, it could be orthopedics, it could be mental health doctors, because of musculoskeletal problems. It's very, very effective because it's very, very effective to treat inflammation.
Okay.
We have been very successful in treating inflammation and neurological disorders. That's why I feel that mental health currently is very important treatment, and that's why we are announcing to open several mental health clinics in Southern California shortly. We are in the process of announcing that. We are currently treating COVID patients.
Nice.
And we have been successfully treating COVID patients. I think the results have been phenomenal for COVID. People have recovered in under 3 days with our treatment for COVID recently. This company, we have been in business since 2011. And we have been also doing other activities. We have had a trading arm where we trade in jet fuel and petrochemical products. We have different divisions doing different things. All partners are investors in this company, myself, Richard, and also we have Brian Fale, all investors and shareholders in the company. We have several arms. So the medical arm right now is, we got the FDA approval, and now we are launching the medical device. We have FDA approval, we have all the ISO certifications, we have FDA in different countries, regulatory approvals in several different countries. We have several doctors in different parts of the world using it. Our corporate office is in Silicon Valley in California, and we have office in Taiwan and Hong Kong. We are also planning to open in India now, as our proposal has gone to several different countries, including India, to treat COVID patients. And we are hoping that very soon we can treat COVID and all its variants, which are now coming out. I'm looking to expand globally. We are looking for distributors of our product, or even individuals can buy our device. But the cost varies from country to country.
Okay.
Because of the currency differences. America has a different price, Middle East has a different price, Africa has a different price, India has a different price. The device in America depends on the configuration. How many configurations you want in the device. A device with minimal configuration has obviously a lower price. You can have specific program treatments, and based on that we quote the price. So it could range anywhere between 25,000 to 50,000 based on the configuration which is in the device. They can be also, when you treat stroke, those are custom treatments based on what type of stroke you have. They have to be programmed differently. You cannot have a generic program treating a stroke patient.
Yes.
We have no competition at this time because although there are many devices which are light therapy, but a lot of them are not FDA approved. And I believe, if you compare apple to apple, or if you compare a different type of car, I believe we are the Rolls Royce of the industry. Aerolite is the rest of the world. Southeast Asia is light doctor. United States is lighter. Nothing is pending. The technology is owned by our parent company, and our partners own the patent. As I mentioned to you before, one of my partners, Richard, has, I believe, 390 or 400 some patents in his name, and we are bringing one by one to the market. Richard is a well-known Silicon Valley entrepreneur, and in fact the chip in your cell phone flash is also his patent. One of the, I call him the semiconductor guru of the Silicon Valley. He's a PhD. I believe there is a lab in his name in the University of Champaign-Urbana.
Nice.
He's in the Hall of Fame over there. I believe that light therapy can enhance the treatment of stem cell. So recently I have had a lot of meetings with stem cell doctors and companies who are using stem cell, and they are using some other low-grade light therapy devices, and they have been in discussion with me to transform and transition into our device, which is more powerful and can give better results.
Sir, what would you say regarding unity and peace?
I believe in communal harmony. Although a lot of people ask me, why did you name it World Hindu Organization? As you know, I am very proud of my own religion, and I highly respect every other religion. And my goal is to bring all communities together, whether they're Hindu, Muslim, Christian, and I'm happy to let you know that shortly World Hindu Organization is in the process of announcing a global convention in Los Angeles in October 2022 or 2023 to bring all the top priests of every religion under one platform and let them present their own religion, so that I have noticed that a lot of people talk about religion, but they really don't know about their own religion. And this is going to be something which will give an opportunity not only to Hindus to know who their high priests are, who their swamis are, who their gurus are, who are the preachers of their religion, get an opportunity to interact with them and get to learn about their own religion. Especially our children who are in America. They will tell you when Christmas is, but they cannot tell me when Diwali is. I think it's very important for our children to know what their roots are. And I think this will be a great opportunity for everyone to learn and interact and bring our different communities together and get rid of the differences in the world. I think that is very important nowadays. With all the differences and all the hatred which is going on, I think we all should come together and do something about it. It's high time. We need to unite. We need to have a peaceful world. We don't want differences. We don't want hatred. We want everybody to respect each other, respect their own religion, and respect everyone else's religion, and should be able to celebrate everyone's cultural function together. We are supporting every religion. We are World Hindu Organization. We are bringing religions together under one platform. This convention in October 2022 or 2023, which World Hindu Organization will be announcing shortly, the goal is to bring all the top priests, all the religions of the world, whether it is Hindu, Muslim, Jews, everybody, under one platform, talk about our religions, learn about each other's religions, and forget the differences. I want you to bring all your communities, local communities, global communities, religious communities, all communities together to unite. We want to create a happy world, a peaceful world.
So sir, thanks once again for giving us your time, and viewers, also thanks for watching our program.